So this is continuing from before. Let me rub that out. What's wrong? Okay, so we have x to the power of half and x to the power of a third, like I said. Those are the two typical ones that they like to examine. And a half is, as we can see, if I use this, we're gonna write this. We're gonna write x to the power of 1, and then there's a little 2 there. And if we write a 2 there, that means it's the square root. It actually is the square root. So usually we tend to omit the 2 just because we assume that if we write this, it's exactly a square root. Okay, so these are exactly the same. So x power of half is just a square root, as we've always seen it. Okay, so square root is just x power of half, and x power of a third, well, now is like this, which means it's a cube root. And yes, you do have to write the 3 now. Okay, so you do have to actually write the 3 because if you didn't write the 3, we assume it's a square root. So that's it. Those are the two typical ones, and those will follow our rule. Yes, there's a 1 there, so there's a 1 there, there's a 1 there, 1 there, there's a 2 at the bottom, 2 at the bottom, 3 at the bottom, 3 at the bottom. Perfect. So for this example here, x power of 2/3, sorry. Obviously we're gonna be able to do it nice and easily. Here we go. X, it's root x squared. It's on the top. It's on the top, and then cubed is right here. And you're done. Is that easy enough? Yeah, not too hard, right? It's just a pattern that you got to follow. So if I gave you another one, oh well, the hardest one, and I'll do that here. Here we go. Ultimate question. The hardest question is when I combine this rule with the rule above. So if I put x to the power of minus, for example, 3/5. Well, okay. I know to be able to do this, to do law 6, I have to have it as a positive. But what we just learned from law 5 is that I can turn my negatives into positives. Cool? So the first thing I'm going to do with this example here is not do the fraction, it's do the negative first. So I'm going to change my negative into a fraction, so it's going to look like this. 1 over x to the power of 3/5. See, negative there, positive there, and the negative turns into a fraction. So 1 over x power 3/5. So exactly the same, except it's in the denominator this time as a positive. And then that fractional index turns into a surd, which is what all this was about. Okay, turns into a surd, everything like that. So it's 1, that doesn't change, over, that doesn't change, and then it's going to be x to the power of, well, that's the top, right? That's the top, that's the top, and then that's on the bottom, that's the bottom. That's it, you're done. You got yourself roughly 2 marks in your exam. 1 mark for this, and 1 mark for this.